Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for the sign of Libra, my my rising sign. Yes, it is. I'm a Cancer sun and a Libra rising and a Virgo moon. So there you go. You know all about me. It's all you need to know. Let's get into this, Libra, and let's see what we can find out for you. So we're asking Spirit to come forward, please. And my guides as well. They're always kind of hanging and chilling in the background. And to bring us and address your overall energy for the month of May 2018. That's what this reading is for. Yes, it is. And your second card, we're pulling 5 cards. Your second card is for your finances and wealth. Third card is hearth and home, your intimate loves, your family, everything that's close to your heart, anybody. And the next card is card number 4, are your challenges for the month of May 2018. We got to keep it real, throw the challenges in there, don't we? And then the last card is always your beautiful, beautiful message from Spirit. Okay, so give these guys a good shuffling up. As some of you will be happy to see that I have the bowl back. I found some cedar last week. Girlfriend and I, my Sherry girl, we were out and about and finally found some cedar trees. So we made the trip worthwhile. And we both had, both were laden down with armfuls of cedar. So I'm good for a little while anyway. At least now I know that if I'm with her, we can always take a run and go get more cedar because we know where to find it now, which is wonderful. We're going to do one run through, then we are going to cut the deck, and then consult with Pendulum to make sure these are your cards. Okay. Come on, behave now. There we go. All right, now we're going to cut and see if these are indeed your cards for your spread. All right. Okay, as this deck stands, are the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this general free public tarot reading for the sign of Libra for the month of May 2018. Are the top 5 cards the cards that are meant for Libra's reading. A little more oomph. You've been really lazy today. This is not Saturday. This is not Sunday. We are now back into the regular week. It is Monday. There we go. Yes, time for you to wake up. What do you mean? Why didn't I just say so? It's been lazy all day. All right, you could stop now since you need your beauty rest. My goodness, wouldn't want to disturb you now. All right. Just pendulum can be fun. I have a lot of fun with it sometimes. Anyway, back to the point at hand. Your very first card, your overall energy for the month of May 2018, we're looking at, interesting, Queen of Swords and resilience. Beautiful word. Beautiful word. Okay. Card number 2, your finances and your wealth. We are looking at the 6 of Swords and we're looking at calm. Again, another good card considering where it's falling, the position for it. Card number 3, your hearth, your home, your intimate love. Anything to do with love. A Page of Wands, and we've got creativity here. Okay. And your challenges for the month of May, we're going to keep it real. We're looking at the Hanged Man at Limbo. What an interesting spot for him to land in. Your challenges. And that can be a challenge, but that's a good card as well, as far as I'm concerned. And your very, very special coming in from Spirit is the 2 of Wands. It's all about vision, Libra. Doesn't look like a half bad month for you at all. All right. Very first card, Queen of Swords. We're seeing resilience here. I can't remember. I can't remember for the life of me what April for Libra was. I really don't remember. I draw a blank. Once I hit the camera off at the end of a reading, 99% of the time, I draw a blank. If you were to ask me what was that reading just about, it would take me a while to recollect it. But we're looking at the Queen of Swords. And this word resilience is just fantastic. I think it's just fantastic for you, Libra. And the energy that comes with her, it all goes hand in hand. It's a very strong, strong, strong female energy here. This can apply to the males as well, though. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you at all in any way, keeping in mind that fortune telling is all the telling about the telling of the future, which hasn't happened yet. Come back at the end of the month, review, and see if anything means anything or resonated with you. Highly intelligent. If this is not, this is the way they come for me. If this is not an actual person, all right, that is in your life, someone that you know or someone that's coming into your life, then what this is how the energies are working. She represents the energies as well of swords and of command and of standing her ground and being strong and becoming a force to be reckoned with is what she's all about. And the same with the energies, a force to be reckoned with, a surgence of strength and belief and positivity. She's about a lot of good different things that are extremely personal. And this is carrying you through the month. This is the overall energy. And being highly driven. This person, you can identify with this as well. And I don't care which sign you are. All right. It doesn't matter. In most of my if I feel something is let's say a Cancer, I'll say this is for this is definitely a Cancer thing. But most of my readings don't carry that unless it's brought to me right in my face. And in this case, we're not assigning any this is for anybody. Doesn't matter what sign you walk from. But it's the energy of the month, and it's all about resilience and strength and staying power and standing in the face of fear, courage, bravery. But this energy, it demands respect. If you're carrying it with you, it is demanding respect. You'll find yourself having the wherewithal to stand your ground in any situation you feel that you need to. All right, pay attention to this, Libra. Libras are real easygoing people for the most part. They don't like to cause any waves. You know what I'm saying? They don't like doing that. They want everybody to get along. They want to be liked. They want to be on everybody's side. And this kind of a thing. This is a bit of a switch up for you, Libra. Finding this inner strength that's coming forward for you. All of a sudden, you're getting the respect that you always felt that you deserved, but didn't have enough courage to really put the oomph behind, put the respect that you expect behind a lot of what you do. You would just kind of let things kind of like wing it, float on their own, and pray for good feedback and good results, and approval being a big part of it. When this card comes up, if she's an actual person, she's very demanding about her own needs being met. If not, you're going to find yourself being just that way, putting your own interests first for a change. That puts a big twist on your daily life. That puts a big twist on the overall picture that is your life. To be putting yourself first, it's kind of like Libra would think that's a little uncomely for me. I don't do that. I always put everybody before myself. When push comes to shove, this month is going to be different for you. Maybe this is the start of your new year where it starts. And maybe that was one of your New Year's resolutions, was to be more assertive overall. Not aggressive, there's a difference, but assertive overall. Boys, oh boys, this is a really powerful card for you as far as your overall energy goes. I see, to be blunt, I see shit happening for you. And you're the cause of it. You're the one making it all happen. Wow, Libra. I can't wait to see this because I'm none of those things either. I'm really not. I'm a lover, not a fighter, for one thing. Oh my gosh, don't hit a nerve with me. There, I step out of the Libra zone and I come back into more like the Cancer. But you notice that Cancers, for the most part, I mean, there's the dark side of every sign, okay? There are people that carry the dark side. But Cancer and Libra and Virgo are all usually really easygoing people. That's the one thing they have in common. So that's really strong within me. I'm not afraid to fight for my own battles, but I pick them very carefully. What is it worth to me to follow through with something and a really strong, assertive way. If somebody tries to get aggressive with me, I sit there very calmly. I'm like one of those black widow spiders. I can be sitting there very calm, my face on the beady little eyes up to the sun, taking in the rays, and somebody's going poke, 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 and I'm questioning, do I want to snap back? Do I want to do that? I know I don't want to do that. Should I do that? Sometimes you have to, so that you don't dance this dance again with this person. You need to put them and they need to be put in their place. And Libra, this month may find you be the one that does that, you know, and like a black, you may just go and sneak, you know, just sink your teeth right in. Find your target, sink your teeth in, so they know they ran into you. Some people get too much on their high horse, and they'll pick on the nice guys, you know, to make themselves feel bigger, better, stronger, more popular. And that's just distasteful to me. Sometimes it's up to you, Libra. You're the one that's got to bring the culprit down. You got to bring them down. You got to cut them down to size. You may find yourself doing that. You're going to have the courage to as well. You're realizing enough is enough is enough. I don't have time for this stuff in my life. There's no need for it in my life. Get it out of here. Deal with this and get it over with. Just what it is, it's other people that are doing this to you. You can be assertive without being aggressive. You don't need to. It's not in your nature to be aggressive, and that goes for all three of those signs too: the Virgo, the Libra, the Cancer. I mean, it goes for all three. There's no need of that. That's the last place you want to turn. Okay, that's the last. That's what's in you. That's embedded in you. But if it comes down to you or them, you'll fight to the death so that it's you. You don't go looking for that, but if it comes at you and you're under attack, sometimes you have to do something. Sometimes walking away just isn't enough, right? It's just sad, but it's true. What this card shows for you, Libra, overall, if you take nothing from this card brings forth, and it's in your face kind of stuff. And what is it? It shows strength of your character. You get to see what you're really made of. And you find out, you know what? You're no different than anybody else, really. We all have that in us. You've never seen that in yourself. But strength of character. Do you have the courage of your own convictions when you say, this is something I definitely oppose? Do you stick to your guns and not sway either way because maybe your best friend doesn't agree with you? You're kind of like, well, I'd rather get along than make my point. I don't need to make that point. Yeah, you do. And it's high time you did, Libra. It's high time. It really, truly is. This card's going to bring you greater insight than you've had in a very long time. There's going to be snap, 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 light bulbs going off everywhere. Moments of epiphany and clarity. Things coming together. Realizing your own self-worth, your own self-power. You have just as much right as everybody else does. All right? To express these things and to not hold back. You don't go looking for it. You don't invite these things. But if you're forced, if you got them dropped in front of you like a flippin' anvil, and you can't move it and get around it, that means you've got to deal with it. All right? It is time to take and tackle these things in a different way than what you've been doing before. That's why the same problems become a cycle. Why do these things keep coming back to us? Because they're not resolved. It's like two lovers, right? Or husband and wife. You see the cartoons and comedies all the time. You know, there was a big argument. Something went down 6 months ago. She won't let it go. That's usually the joke. It's the she said, he said. And he can't figure it out. For heaven's sakes, that was 6 months ago when you let it go. You know why she won't let it go? I'll tell you why she won't let it go. Because it's never been resolved. You didn't care. She did. It's never been resolved. Things need to be resolved before you can drop them. If you're like me, I'm like that. I'm telling you, man, I can hold on to that shit for a long time. I mean a long, long time. That's Cancer in me. There's, you know, that's, out of the three of them, I'd say Cancer's my strongest. And Cancer can get real grouchy and snappy and aggressive, and all that kind of, you know, you picture the crab, right? You know, that little crab, the little claws going on it, and being really, really aggressive, and that kind of thing. You know, you just... It's got to be resolved. She's the one. I'm going on an awful long time about this one card, but that's what this card's all about. The spirit's on fire tonight. The advice is to be prepared to make some really strong decisions during the month of May for you, Libra, or respond even to a woman who makes a final decision. You may have to face off here or be under the thumb of somebody else. You're waiting for a decision to come down, all right? It's out of your control and it's out of your hands. That's about the only time you can relax on your laurels when it comes to facing off in situations with somebody else, being on opposite sides, is when it's out of your control. Then you sit down, you be quiet, and you wait, right? And you deal with the outcome when it comes down. Your keywords are intelligence, independence, leadership, insight, intolerance. There's a good word to fit this read right there. Oh, one moment. Intolerance. I got to write that down for you guys. And insight, and we're looking at determination here and justice. And sometimes you need to be determined to carry through with justice. That was too long for this reading, but it was there. I can't stop it. There's still weight here. And now I feel lighter because it's off my chest. Six of Swords coming in. Your finances and your wealth, and we're looking at calm. And sometimes be happy if it's just calm and nothing else going on. Maybe there's not enough growth and you're concerned about that as far as your finances go and your bank account goes and your investments go. Maybe it's not enough, but they're not downsliding either. You're not dropping. You're just, everything's kind of at an even keel here. As far as your finances go, you're not losing, but it's not doing this either. But sometimes you be grateful that things are calm. It's like a plateau, and plateaus are temporary. Some of them can be pretty flippin' long, but maybe not for you. But it's a plateau. It's something you just need to kind of bob along on the top of these calm waters and wait for the waves to start. You're looking at the horizon, looking for any ripples in the water, any air currents, and what's the sun doing, and you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. Learning to be patient and go with the flow is coming forward from Spirit for you. You need to learn to be patient, Libra, and to go with the flow. In this case, you're not rocking the boat, as you're going to be doing for the overall energy. But when it comes to this, your finances, you're very tentative. So you're not going to be rocking the boat there in any way, shape, or form. All right? You're not going to be going in and kicking the door into the boss's office and bringing your fist down and saying, I demand a raise. Like, don't get too overconfident with the Queen. All right, the Queen of Swords, don't go way off to the other extreme, and people's eyeballs are popping by your behavior. Like, what the hell is that all about? Who is that? Who was that? You know, this kind of a thing. Don't go to the other extreme. I should have said that. Some people get a little taste of power, and it does go. They go way over the top with it. Just. There will be, if you've been through anything, for those of you that have been through anything, any financial upheavals, you're coming into calmer waters now. So that's good for you. This card also sees you moving on in positive ways. New work could be coming on the horizon for somebody as well. That's something for you to get a heads up about and check into. There's also self-protection going down here and prioritizing whatever is really... See, our priorities change all the time. We have to be on top of them. Sometimes they change without our knowledge, and then we're left behind in the race. But priorities do change, and you need to be on top of them. Keep your priorities current with you all the time. Carry them close to you, because at any given time of any given day and any given minute, your priorities could change. Number one could be bumped down to 3, because now number 3 is becoming number 1. It's vital and it's important. So you have to be flexible that way as well. There has to be some give and some take. You're being encouraged as well to go through your list of situations, maybe habits, maybe people, things that are no longer serving you in your life and it's just taking up space needlessly, and you want more elbow room now anyway. That's a feeling of being free. You can move a lot more. Get rid of the crud. Get rid of the extra weight that's holding you down and bearing you down before you end up sinking in those calm waters. You don't want that to happen. Just get rid of things that are no longer serving you or serving you any purpose. The advice is to go with the flow. There's no need to resist any changes that are coming your way as well. Contemplate them, regard them, look them over, investigate them. Don't just disregard them all of a sudden because it wasn't your idea. That's what I just heard. Don't do that just because it wasn't your idea. Watch your ego. Coming back to the first card again, for the love of God, watch your ego. Oh my goodness. Some may not take too kindly to this new side of you, even though you have every right to be there with it. It's going to take some getting used to. Keywords, journeys, moving on, safe haven, immigration, finding peace, resolution, and protection. It's a great card. It really is. Third card, hearth and home, intimacy, romance, love, family, friends, anything that's close to you in the world of love. But we're looking at the page of wands, and wands are about all things that are practical, but creativity is coming into the scene as well. Risk-taking goes on. Daring. God, we're going to keep coming back to the Queen of Swords again. Don't get too daring. Don't become too big for your own britches. You know what they say? You're a little big for your britches there, aren't you, son? You know, don't get too big for your own britches. I'm really the Queen of Swords. That is going, you know, there's the good side and the bad side here for the month of May for you, Libra, and they're of equal power. I'm surprised Crossroads hasn't shown up here because that's what's going on. There's equal power going on here. There's a balance. There's this new you, this aggressive side, and feeling like, you know, I'm just getting some funny visuals. It's hilarious right now to be in my head. You'd be laughing too. When this page shows up, he brings good news to you about creative projects and maybe new love for some of you as well. He's very, very charming. He's very, very chatty. He's very, very witty. Could be somebody very, very innocent. Somebody that walks into a room and they're all, you know, light in their step and they're all bubbly and they're happy and they have no idea they just walked into hell. You know, they get halfway in when they realize something's not right. What's going on here? Something's not right. Don't jump on innocent people because you feel almighty and all powerful now that you found this new place to stand in your life. You know, you feel yourself like you went from this pedestal to this one within like 2.3 seconds, right? False. What I'm hearing for you is false. Oh, what is it? Help me out here. False grandeur of yourself. False grandeur. Thank you. You know, you see yourself as like this little mouse, right? Just this tiny little mouse. Insignificant in the world. What can I do? What can I say? I can't make any changes in the world. That's how some of you seen yourself. And within, like I said, 2.3 seconds, all of a sudden you're the elephant. Wow! You know what I'm saying? You went from that to that. That takes time to get used to. There's an adjustment period in there. All right. But when this page comes, don't cut him off. Don't do that. Rein yourself back in a little bit and become calm. Become the other part of you, the centered part of you, the calm part of you, the one that doesn't want to make waves, the one that's very considerate of other people's feelings, because he's bringing you great news. So you need to listen and you need to pay attention. He can bring you great news about, well, he can save you money traveling. If you're planning on traveling anywhere, he may have heard of may sound silly, but he may have heard of a really great deal or a great mode of traffic, not traffic, but travel to get you to where you want to be. He could be instrumental in that. I don't know why, but he could be. He could reveal new work for you as well. He also reveals a fun flirtation. He's just got that way about him. And he may make you laugh throughout the day. This could be male or female, by the way. Pages don't hold any gender one way or the other. He could also represent or introduce you to somebody that is already of part of the art world. They are involved in the arts and they could bring their influence in on you. I have no idea what that's about. I'm not hearing what it's about. This other person could be a writer, a dancer, an actor, a musician, you know, A lot of things, or you could be discovering your own talents, things that, well, and power, and be the newfound power is not going to be it. Don't do that. All right, remain realistic and remain grounded. Don't lose part of yourself in finding this new side to you. Don't lose anything of yourself. This is to make you more well-rounded and more responsible and more courageous, more daring, a little more daring, but you can't blow other people out of the water either. It's not about that. It's just about you. Advice of this card: now's the time to express yourself. Just don't be blowing any cannons out there. All right. Your keywords are messages and travel, news, communications, new work, expression, transitions, and entertainment. You could become the entertainment, the center of it, if you don't do things right here. All right. So now your challenge, if that wasn't bad, and I don't know why that happens, that usually falls like that, and then you would get something. We haven't even touched challenges yet for the month, but here we are, the Hangman. It's all about being in limbo. All right, feeling very, very, very frustrated is going to be part of the challenges for the month of May. You're trying to find a balance and a middle ground, trying to fit all this new stuff into who you are and how to deal with it. It's like a foreign language to you. You have to learn it. So feeling stuck, feeling that there's no forward movement going on here for you. Things are on hold. You could be possibly waiting for a decision to come down. All right. And while you're waiting, you are really stuck in limbo. There's nothing going on. You're just hanging there. But the smart person that's hung in limbo never ever is really idle. Even though he is, and he's found a way to get comfortable while he's waiting and take as much advantage of this downtime as he can to do other things. What can he do? He still uses his noggin. So what he's done, he's got physically comfortable. Get yourself physically comfortable. You can tell. You see how he's hanging there? His hands are wide open and relaxed. Yes, his muscles are defined, but that's his build. What this is, he's not clenched up and tensed up. And his hair's not all wild. It's just kind of floating there. It shows that he's just hanging there very, very calmly. And his brain is doing all kinds of other work, thinking on his situation. Well, maybe I shouldn't look at the situation that way. Maybe I should look at it another way, from a different point of view. Maybe I should make some plans. What was I going to do about that? Yes, that's something I have to. These kind of thoughts. So you're making plans. It's not time wasted after all, is the message that Spirit is sending you. If you slow down all of a sudden and come to a halt, it doesn't mean everything is ended. It doesn't mean that at all. It's just a resting period, and you're forced into it. Really, that's all it is. It's a great time to think of different options you could have, seeing your situation in a different light. Don't rush in for any one option, by the way. Do not be tempted to compromise on anything either. You stick to this path that is tried and true for you. Stick on that. So don't be changing your mind is what I'm hearing on something. Don't change your mind midstream on something. Stick with the original thoughts, plans, wants, desires. Don't change. The advice of this card is use your time waiting to work to your own advantage in your own situation. All right. Look for other alternatives. If you could be looking at a plan A, but what about if there's a plan B? You should always have a plan B. And if it's a real serious thing and you're really, really afraid, make a plan C. Always have some other plan to turn to, another alternative or another option that you can turn to that'll work for you. All right. Your keywords are waiting and time. Yeah, some frustration, some sacrifices. Anything worthwhile is worth sacrificing for. We all have to make sacrifices every day, and sacrifices for each other every day, all in the name of love and peace, right? Insight, purpose, viewpoints are going to be challenging for you during the month of May. It's just regular old stuff. The final say, the final word in this reading for you, we're looking at the Two of Wands and Vision. Sorry this video turned out to be a little long. You can blame it on that bitch at the beginning of the reading. Partnerships. Message from Spirit. Partnerships. romance, meetings, somebody taking on a new partner of some kind, way, shape, or form. This could be romantic, this could be business related as well, or a venture or a project. And hooking up with a very like-minded individual, all right? Somebody that's on the same wavelength as you. It's like hitting gold where you didn't know there was gold, all right? That's very important. It's a beautiful thing. This could be in or out of the workplace. Somebody, as I said, oh, excuse me, coming in on new projects with you. Meeting of the minds. Meeting of the minds. And if this should, you should be so blessed to have this happen to you, to meet somebody like this. It's going to broaden your horizons like you never believed. It never even occurred to you. This is a wonderful, wonderful card for you. You're going to see now, and you'll be able to see it because somebody's there helping you see it. And you'll be able to see what can be achieved if you follow certain paths and apply yourself to different things, different ways, in different places, right? You can see the picture. It's a great way to manifest things as well. You're in the driver's seat of your own life. In education, you may find just the right course or the right teacher or the right mentor that is meant for you, that's going to work for you. Maybe someone can teach you how to keep the reins on things so you don't go overboard, like I said. The advice is look for those that share your visions and nurture your interests. Somebody that's going to nurture you properly, right? And you can do the same back for them. You nurture each other. Keywords are partnership, creativity, communication, travel, planning, education, and a beautiful word to end your reading, Libra, is inspiration. All right? Keep it real. I hope you enjoyed that reading as much as I did. I'll be chuckling about that later. That's kind of funny. You guys couldn't see inside my head. But anyways, that's a good thing. I'm losing my voice. I've been at this all day long trying to get these readings all done. I'm going to be a day late with some of them. I know that, but that's all right. A lot of the readers, they're 3 to 5 days late sometimes getting their monthlies out. At least I'm here and I'm doing my best for you. I wouldn't be able to sleep if I didn't. So anyway, I hope you liked the reading. I hope you took something from it. I hope it gave you a bit of a chuckle and maybe some insight. But take a lot of that seriously about learning to. You've been given this power. Learn how to corral it. All right? And use it wisely. Thank you so much for all your likes and your shares. I see all that, and I'm amazed by that. I'm very touched by that. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. It's free, and you can leave anytime you like, And if you're going to subscribe to the channel, if you're not a Facebook hater, come on in. Find the group, under groups, Pay a Fundy Fortunes, and it is a closed and a private group full of like-minded individuals like me, like you, and it's a beautiful, warm place to be. Also, if you like this reading and you like to have something personal and private just for you, I do offer this service, of course. That's what this is all about. And you can find the information for that right down below this video window where it says show more, ... Click on that. It'll drop open and read through once. Grab my email there. I use that for everything to request a reading from me. Just ship that off. And now that having said that, when I get these all published, I'm going to take a 3-day hiatus. And what I find a lot of people are doing lately, those of you cross-watching here, you're going to hear this all night long. You don't have to stick around to listen to it. But people are paying in advance. It makes me nervous when you guys do that. For those of you cross-watching, I'm not doing that as a plug. I'm not. It makes me a little nervous because they don't know how the program works. Some of you think you're going to get a live one-on-one. I don't do live. All right? And there you went and paid. So I don't touch your money until I get the email from you. They're literally paying before they send me the email to request the reading. They're paying for it. And then they're coming forward either that day, that evening, or the next day. Sometimes it's a couple days go by. And it'll come the email saying, I purchased a reading, and could you tell me what I have to do next? And I pay through PayPal or through Canadian e-transfer, whatever. And then I'll send them out what's needed, you know, and it's never happened to me like that where someone come back and say, oh, no, I want my money back. I want a live reading. I want to talk to you on the phone. I want to do Skype or something like that. But I don't. There's a whole video. Well, there's another video where I talk about that I put out recently why I don't do them. But anyways, so yeah, so I send that out. Just know that that's fine. I can keep you in the queue. Just know that there's this break that I have to take between publishing the monthlies because that's a marathon of readings for me that I'm in the middle of right now. Literally, I'm halfway there. This was the halfway mark. And then when they're done, when I'm all finished, all 12 back to back on top of each other, diving right into personal readings isn't going to happen anymore that I've been waiting. All right, I need to recuperate. I honor my gifts. I respect the gifts that I have. If I'm not feeling well, if I'm tired, any of that stuff, not in the right space, I don't read. I don't care how long you've been waiting. I will not do it. You want your money's worth? You want me at my best. And I want to give you my best. So having said all that, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I think that's it for now. If you're looking for me, you usually find me right here in Bay of Funny Fortunes or walking down below on the beach, on the cove, along the water's edge that hold the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the bountiful and the beautiful Bay of Fundy, the highest tides of the world. Right there. And I love every wave, every minute of it. No matter where you find me, you're always going to find me waiting because I'm a high tide junkie. You're going to always find me waiting on the next high tide. Keep the peace sense. You can share that love and light out. And the new message for the week, for the month, is smile and wave, or at least at the very moment, smile at a complete total stranger. You may turn their life around that day and renew their faith in humanity. Who knows? We don't know what the other person's going through. Having said all that, I wish you the very, very best for the month of May. I hope you come back soon enough. I hope I get to make it back here soon enough. And I wish you the very best. Goodbye for now.